All right, welcome back. It's the continuation of the Fourth Republic of Nigeria in making. And from the previous video, from the last video, we talk about the multiplicity and ethnic multiplicity of the Nigerian state. I mean, the Nigerian country and how Nigeria came into being with the geography. But then it is important to note that by 900 BC, there was iron smelting just north of the confluence of the Niger and Benue rivers. That is even before the advent of colonial masters. And by the 9th century AD, there was at Igbo Uku. Yeah, that is one of the foremost ancient tradition of the Nigeria, which is not Nigeria then, but in the eastern part of the country, near the fringe of the forest. That's a society rich and specialized enough to produce superb bronze work, and then all those bronzes that are most of them are now at museums in the US and the UK and all other Western countries have been found in the West, which is the ancient Ile-Ife in southwest part of Nigeria, which is of Yoruba heritage that dates from the 12th century in the southwest and part of Benin from the 13th century. For you to know how Nigeria is blessed from all what you can think of artifacts. And then over hundreds of years, some groups of Nigerians, especially those along the trade routes, developed elaborate political system or states and confederations, even empires, because gradually people are forming and there is need to like have all everything just now down to the point of having a leader that's govern, and probably that's what brought the origin of governance in the ancient Nigeria before the colonial Nigeria. Just like democracy was formed in the city of Athens in Greek just by the coming together uh, of elder people or older people in the society or in the society or from homes just to sit and deliberate on issues, where we have the first type of democracy, which is representative democracy. So going forward, other groups had different kinds of political organizations, just like I said that Yoruba had decentralized, Hausa had decentralized, and Igbo had acephalous. More local and less hierarchical. The political system, I mean, this hierarchy explains the fact that, for example, in the Hausa Fulani, the power is centralized to the fact that the hierarchy starts from the emir, yeah, or the waziri, which no, waziri is the prime minister, or the emir or sultan, whichever way it is, and they are not checked. Like they have the people have absolute loyalty to their monarch, which means implies that whatever they say is the final. But in the Yoruba, the hierarchy is different in the sense that the Alaafin is the supreme ruler of the ancient Yoruba kingdom, but then he is still subjected to checks and balances from the seven hereditary kingmakers of the Yoruba Empire called the Oyomesi, which shows the hierarchy and stuff like that. The Oyomesi seems to serve as the legislative council to which the executive council, which is the Alafin, will take matters to, and it will be deliberated upon, unless it is an issue which the Alafin will have to veto his power on it. That is not part of the discussion though, but it's still to show the hierarchy and the stage of the power then in the local system. And then the political system for most part developed internally, yes, obviously, and which was what was imposed from outside came from conquering neighbors, not from far-flung imperialism. Trade stimulated political organization and encouraged specialization, which led to the development of art as well as craft. It also brought outside influences, and that's the beginning about the 10th century AD. The major one was Islam. Part of what spread governance then was Islam, which was mostly spread across by merchants and traders. Northern traders crossed the Sahara and carried with them their religious practice as well as a written Quran and which is a potential tool of literacy. Quran has already been written, which is a potential tool for literacy and to educate people, which is on how to read and write, which the Quran serve as one of the tools for it. And people owing to the fact that they are illiterate opted at the option of learning to read and write, and then the spread of religion, the spread of Islam started in the northern part of Nigeria. So we'll talk about the trade and everything in the next video then before we